welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, March 5th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy. Well, we've got quite the lineup for you today, both educational and then fun. We've got Dr. Diana Bolin with Thrive. She's going to be telling us why estate planning is so important. So we'll get the hard stuff out of the way before then we welcome Springboks. They're going to be talking to us about speed dating and WWW. We'll find out more what that acronym means in just a little bit. But first, folks, if you want to find out what it's like to live in the village, you can join a meeting Tuesday, March 10th for the next Laguna Woods Living session at the Community Center. This is held monthly on the second Tuesday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. and the sessions are open to new, current, and prospective residents who want to learn more about village amenities, resources, and of course, the wonderful community life here in the village. The presentation is led by resident ambassadors and includes time for questions, so bring those if you choose to join in them on the meeting, printed material, and is followed by a community center tour. Seating is limited to 25 guests. RSVP is required for each attendee, and the event is separate from the official new resident orientation. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast, folks. We've got some low AM clouds this morning, so if you're watching in the morning, hopefully those will burn off by about 9 AM, which is now, for mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day. Overall highs this week are going to be in the low 50s, except for one spike on Sunday, jumping up to about 83 degrees. All in all, mostly sunny skies for the entire week. So don't forget to wear your sunscreen and your hats, and of course, more importantly, stay hydrated. Lows are going to be in the low to mid 60s, so not too bad overnight. Sunrise this morning was at 6:14 a.m. Sunset will be at 5:50 p.m. Nice sunset photo sent in by Joel Goldstein. Thanks, Joel. If you'd like to send in your photos, please do so. Please email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Of course, send us your name with the photo, where the photo was taken from, and in that lovely horizontal format. Fills up the screen beautifully, and we can appreciate your photos. We've got one meeting to tell you about, and then after the break, Thrive will be here.
Your eyes let you see the world, every smile, every sunset, every moment.
At Harvard Eye Associates, our team of specialists is here to protect your vision.
From cataracts and glaucoma to retina and cornea care, we offer the latest treatments with a compassionate touch.
For over 50 years, you've trusted us with your eyes. We're honored to care for them for years to come.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Many retirees own businesses they've spent a lifetime building, but don't know what they're really worth. Hi, I'm Tom Burns with the Deal Firm. I help owners understand the value of their business and their exit options on their timeline. Call now for a free confidential business valuation for business owners in our community. No obligation, just answers. The business you built should fund the retirement you deserve. To learn more about the job of a business broker, check out the February edition of Sorbet magazine.
You know, people ask me about real estate here in the village all the time. I live here, and as a realtor, I know buying and selling in our community is different. There are specific rules and details that really matter, and having someone who truly knows how it works is important. If questions come up for you or someone you know, give me a call. I'm your Laguna Woods Insider. Please call me, Melissa Fort, your Laguna Woods Insider at 949-478-5888, or visit my website.
Someone asked me recently, what is Thrive? Thrive is a group in the village that seeks to inspire quality living in every chapter of our lives. They asked, how do you do that? We bring people together and promote themes such as kindness, positivity, joyfulness, resilience, and mindfulness in a complex world, as these behaviors enhance wellness and increase cognitive and physical health. Come thrive with us at our next event. Just RSVP by emailing us.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Here to talk about the importance of estate planning. I welcome Dr. Diana Bolin with Thrive. Hello, Diana.
Hi, Bree. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for coming. You know, I was just having this conversation with my boyfriend 3 days ago, and I'm like, it's time to review and re-go over everything. But I want to kind of back up because, you know, sometimes this subject could be sort of, I'll get to it later, right? So tell us why estate planning is so important.
Well, I'm glad you asked because I still need to do it. And it's like, Diana, what are you thinking?
I know, we're all guilty.
Yes, and estate planning is important because many people, first of all, don't want to think about being dead. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's first and foremost.
Yes,
right? And that's the first thing that comes to mind when you think estate planning.
Yes, that is true. And yet it's really about doing the best you can for the people who survive you. Because I know many stories of families who have been splintered by not having a clear plan for provided by the deceased.
Right.
And then the infighting starts.
Right.
And frequently money or assets are thought of as love, you know, and so when the person dies, it's like, well, mom loved me more than you, or look, mom gave you this and they didn't give me that, or dad, or whoever.
Right.
So when you make an estate plan, you clearly tell the survivors what you want and how you want it to be handled.
Right.
And then you can include your pets.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. You know, my best friend growing up, she and her sister were pretty tight their entire lives. And then when the parents passed, one sister got mad at the other because of the lack of estate planning.
Yes.
And they no longer even speak.
Yeah, isn't that
So
sad?
it's a serious consequences if this is not played out, if this is not laid out perfectly, right?
Yes, correct.
Besides that, what are some other misconceptions that people might have about estate planning?
Well, I'd say that one of them is lack of control.
That's a good one.
When you put everything in writing, or as much as you can think of in writing, and that's where a professional helping you can be very important, is very important. Then the worry is that somehow you can't change things, that they're set in stone. But that's not true, particularly with the most important, well, a more important document, which is the revocable living trust.
And these are living documents.
Yes, but people don't understand. I mean, it's not like it doesn't have cells, you know, that are pulsing away. It's not like living in that way, but it's living in the sense that it's going to be adjustable to circumstances, and also that someone will be appointed to make sure that what you want happens.
Right.
And it might not be just one thing. Like, let's say you have a child that has special needs, even if that person is an adult. You can specify a certain amount of money to that child every month until your money runs out, rather than give a lump sum and then perhaps have it burnt through or have the person exploited.
Yeah, because if there's no financial education behind it, then that's most likely what's going to happen. But you talked about, you know, the documents. What are the 4 documents that we need to have in place?
Okay. Well, the first one, which we've all seen in movies, which is the will, where the attorney comes and reads the will to the family. Well, the problem with wills, although they're good to have and it's a great starting place, is that it's can be contested, frequently is contested, particularly if some of the survivors feel wronged.
Right.
And on top of it, wills go into probate, which is a long and extensive, expensive process. So that alone is not good, and it's not going to give you control of your assets after you die.
And that's when the state gets involved, right?
Yes, correct. And it can be very expensive. So you really want to avoid that. So instead, or in addition, you have the revocable living trust, which we spoke about earlier a little bit. But think of it like, I was trying to think of an analogy, but like you had a really, really trusted friend that was totally honest and was going to live forever. And so you would put all your stuff in their control. So a living will is an entity that survives you and is able to manage all your assets, your checking accounts, everything, if you become incapacitated or and when you die. Meanwhile, if you have a revocable living trust, you can still be using all your bank accounts and still distributing your assets however you wish. But in the case you're incapacitated, somebody else is going to step in, and that person is what's called a fiduciary. Okay, and and if you don't have somebody you trust to execute your wishes, you can find somebody to do that for you.
It's layered, right? And then,
Yes.
and then this is probably one of the reasons why people are so apprehensive. It just seems really overwhelming. But the conversationproject.org is there to give assistance, right?
Correct. And also, Mike Cerverich is also there to give assistance. His name is up there on the board, and he's associated with Memorial Care right here in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And he just recently gave a presentation at Thrive, which is why I'm here. And he was wonderful. He was wonderful in that he was patient, easy to understand, very eager to help, was so generous with his time. So he can provide a list of attorneys as well
fantastic.
as fiduciaries. And he provided not only the Conversation Project, but also another website called Free Will, as in I have free will to do what I want, except what it is, it's a place where you can sit down and it asks you questions like, what do you want to do? I mean, eventually it's like, what do you want to do with your assets? And it's very systematic. They don't try to sell you anything. And by the way, Mike doesn't either. He really is there to help. I was very impressed with him. So it's like, get started.
Right.
Get started with the process. And this whole being on the show and talking to people is helping me get started with the process. Again, I started before, but it got pushed aside. Other things took precedence.
Well, it's nice to have somebody that you can trust and rely on for referrals, because that's another thing. It's like we don't know where to start, right?
Yes,
and we don't know who to trust.
Yes,
right.
correct.
So having just that resource is very valuable. But what is going to happen? We talked a little bit about the probate. What is going to happen if these documents are not in place?
Oh my goodness, it's just a mess.
Family division, probate. I mean, it's just nothing but a hassle, right? On the back end.
It's a big hassle. I know somebody personally whose parents did not have a trust in place because a trust things just pass through. It's like a trust is a vehicle where you have your assets, then you give it to the trust, and the trust and you manage those assets until you pass, and then the trust hands out the things of the assets that you have to the people you wished it to be handed out. Now with a will, it's just a document, and then it has to be evaluated by the state, and there's costs associated, and a long line. I mean, it's not like you're going to be taken care of in 2 months. I mean, I imagine, I haven't had the experience, but it will be years. And a friend of mine, thank goodness he has a family of siblings who are very easygoing, but a property that was worth a lot of money is still in probate because there was no will.
All right, folks, you heard it.
You heard it from me.
Dr. Diana, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're going to
Good
have
to
to
see
finish
you.
this conversation another time.
Yes, please.
Coming up, we've got Springboks Club. Stay with us.
Orange County's only PGA Tour event is back. The Hogue Classic tees off at Newport Beach Country Club March 22nd through the 29th. Watch Miguel Angel Jimenez defend his title against PGA Tour legends. Enjoy world-class competition, signature events, and luxury hospitality all week long. Come for the golf and stay for the party. Availability is limited. Buy your tickets now at hogueclassic.com.
If you believe the journey is the destination, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 33 miles per gallon, an 11.6-inch high-resolution touchscreen, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Come to Frank's Irvine Subaru, where the 5 meets the 405 off Lake Forest Drive. Complimentary maintenance included on all new Subarus.
If you're exhausted after conversations, it might not be you. It might be the strain of trying to hear. Today's AI-based hearing devices can do real-time situational analysis, helping reduce background noise so you can follow speech without working so hard, often leaving you feeling more relaxed and engaged. Try Audibel Eris. All insurances are accepted, and take advantage of our field trial that lets you test the environment where it matters the most, your daily life. Call us today, and remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We've got quite the afternoon planned for you. Springboks Club is joining, they're having a speed dating event, right? Mm-hmm. And a WWW event. What is that? We'll find out. Joining me today, I've got Rachel Barnes, president of the Springboks Club, and our guest, Dr. Patty Britton, author, speaker, trainer, thought leader. Is there anything you don't do? Sexology?
Not really.
Worldwide?
I'm a speed dater, though.
Let's throw that in. Oh my goodness, welcome to the show, you guys.
Thanks. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. All right, so where do you want to start? I think we should launch it with the speed dating.
Speed dating.
Afternoon you've got planned.
So speed dating, well, first of all, how it started, I got a phone call from Lynette. She's a Springbok member one evening, and she said to me, why don't you do a speed dating event? And I said to her, it sounded like an Olympic sport or something, speed dating. What is that? I mean, I've been married for 45 years. I don't know about speed dating. So I said, let me think about it. So the next day I went on YouTube and I did some research and I learned more about it. And I said, okay, let's do it. And that's how it started. So we had already 3 events. We make an average of 28 matches. Successful matches.
Fantastic.
And Dr. Patty is one of them. She matched on one of our speed dating.
I did.
That is fantastic.
I'm very, very grateful to her. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Did you go to it thinking, oh, I'm just going to go have fun. I don't have any expectations?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm a clinician and an educator, but also I'm somebody who was looking to date and find someone to be in my life. And why I love speed dating, and this is such a radical change for Laguna Woods to have an event like this. Most people are on online apps, and
which are really scary.
Well, I'm not sure it's scary, but you don't get to really be in the presence of somebody, and that's what really makes speed dating so successful and so much more powerful when you're looking to date somebody. You have 3 minutes to actually have a conversation with a live human being in front of you, and you get to see them, you get to experience their energy, you get to see whether you're in alignment or harmony with them and how you talk to them. And
most of them live in the village, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Sometimes so that does take the scary part out of it, because if you're going online and you're meeting somebody at a restaurant, you don't really get the understanding of their lifestyle.
They may not be your peer, And so many people who live in Laguna Woods and our peers outside of the gates, I'll say, are afraid or embarrassed, or for many of them, it's just too vulnerable to go out into the world and do anonymous dating.
Right.
And it felt so safe being in the room at Laguna Woods with people who were from our community. And that made it really different.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So the speed dating event is taking place Sunday, March 15th between 4 and 6. And then, Dr. Patty, after that, you're having a workshop.
That's right. That's
same
right.
Day.
Same
from
day. Same
7 to
night.
8.
Yeah.
Tell us about.
Well, this is another idea
WWW.
of Rachel from Springbox, which is so important because it's for widows and widowers who really don't know how to break free of their grief or their loss and begin to come out into what I call social circulation. It's so important. Many of us live in social isolation. Certainly the pandemic affected that, but there's still a spillover effect. And as we get older, it's really difficult sometimes to get out there. So this is going to be a really powerful workshop where people can meet each other and share some of their ideas, their beliefs, and get to know one another, again, in a safe environment that's friendly with your peers. It's going to be wonderful.
Right. I know sometimes we tend to sort of get into our own routines and our own habits. And
exactly.
Sometimes it's easier just to turn a show on than it is to go out and
Well,
and
this
be
has
with
become
people.
a family affair. I mean, my husband goes to the gym every day, Clubhouse 1, and sometimes he will meet some singles there and talk to them. So the first reaction is, oh, we know, we're comfortable. So the second day he comes, he doesn't give up. So you still comfortable? Oh, okay, what is it about? Okay, when is it? What is it about? And then
great.
he signs them up. So I'm calling out to all the single men out there. You want to meet Sammy, my husband? He's there every day at the gym, Clubhouse 1, and come join us.
So that's how you're recruiting men to your events?
Well, yes. Obviously,
He's
the
the
Globe
official
helps.
recruiter.
You know, we have flyers and the Globe, but this is
fantastic.
a man talking to another man. So, I mean, I sometimes pick up men in Clubhouse 2 or Restaurant 19. I go up to them and I say, "Are you single?" And they look at me. I say, "Well, I'm married. I'm married, but." And I get to sign them.
Not trying to pick up on you. So, but you also have a private Facebook group for residents.
So yes, I'm glad that you brought that up because that's important. Because it's private, it's important because there are a lot of websites out there that anybody from all over the world can see, and people share their private information. No, so this is private. It's called Laguna Woods Villagers. I had to change the name so not to get confused with the Laguna Woods Village. So so please, you sign up. You have to be a resident. You answer the questions. And we put all the flyers. So I look at it as a digital globe place where you can come and see all the events we have for everybody in the village.
So Rachel, when you say you matched 28 couples or people?
No, 28 matches.
28 matches. Has that just been over the span of the 3 speed dating events that you've had?
No, that's each event. Each event. So one couple can have a few matches, right? That's how it adds up to 28.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I always tell them, like I think I told Dr. Patty also before, we do a little meditation before I talk to the women. And I say to them, if it's a maybe, put yes down, because you have yes or no. Put yes, because on the second date, you'll know. I mean, you know when it's a no. That's, in the first minute, you want to get up. I mean, you know it's a no. But if you're not, you say, and that's what she did. She was smart about it. And
Out of 12 men, I checked 9. And when I got home, I got rid of 5.
That's still a pretty good ratio.
It's pretty good. And they all said yes to me. And it was so much fun. I mean, I went with this lighthearted attitude, like, why not?
You have to.
You know, why not? I'm not really expecting anything. I'm not really thinking I'm going to meet somebody special. And that's what happens. And I think when you're light about it and you look at it as fun and play, you have a more likely chance of meeting somebody. And why not say yes to coffee? We're all in this together is what I tell my friends and all the people I meet in Laguna Woods.
That's great.
So that's really what you're suggesting is say yes.
Yes.
You never know.
All right. So say yes to Sunday, March 15th, 4 to 6 p.m.
Yes,
Speed dating.
we have another one May 31st, so we're still taking reservations for.
All right, ladies. Well, have fun. Have a great afternoon. Let us know how it goes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for having us.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.
The Laguna Woods History Center, the only purpose-built local history archive in Orange County, has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Whether you're curious about local milestones, searching for historical documents, or exploring treasured artifacts, the History Center is your gateway to the stories that shape Laguna Woods. The Laguna Woods History Center is a separate building adjacent to the Village Library. We are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment. Visit us and find your place in history.
If you're living with spinal stenosis, sciatica, or any other spine issue, you're not alone. And you do have options.
I was flat on my back. Kind of severe back pain.
At Excel Health, we offer a free MRI review with experienced, fellowship-trained spine surgeons.
I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm active, so...
Our minimally invasive procedures mean most patients are walking just hours after surgery. Call Excel Health today, and let's talk about what we can do for you.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Can you believe tomorrow's Friday already? With that, I'm going to do a movie preview for tomorrow night, Brassed Off. This is a 1996 movie. Can't believe it's that old already. Starring Ewan McGregor. Brought to us by RadNet, 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without. It's about a coal mine in northern English village that may be closing, which would also mean the end of the miners' brass band. So you have to watch that and let me know how it goes. Let's take a look at our weather for this weekend. We're going to get a spike in temperatures on Sunday. Before that, it's going to be in our low 70s, 73, 75, 72, 74. So all in all, a beautiful week ahead. Just be mindful for that spike in temperatures on Sunday. Tomorrow on This Day, we've got Melissa Fort, who is a realtor here in the village, and of course, Sports Corner with our very own Cole Young. That's going to do it for this episode of This Day. Of course, from all of us here, we wish yours a beautiful one.